All right, let's work with pip a little bit. We'll use pip to install the external packages from PyPI that we need to finish up our app. First thing to do is ask which version of pip do you have. You can type pip and something will happen, but depending on the order in which you've installed Python, the way your path is set up, you may end up with pip that manages the packages for the Python 2 interpreter, or you may end up with pip 3, which manages the packages for Python 3. So you want to be very careful and ask, which one do I have? It turns out, you can see here, I have the one from 3.5. Before I installed 3.5 on OS 10, I believe if I just type pip, I got pip version 2. If you want to make sure you're working with pip 3 on OS 10 or Linux, you can just say pip 3, and that will always give you either pip 3 or it'll just fail. Similarly, for Python 2, you can always say pip 2. Sometimes it's helpful to use the which command to say which pip 3, or maybe more, which is clear, which pip, and it'll actually show you. That works on Unix-based systems. On Windows, the command is where pip, maybe where pip.exe. Okay, we saw that pip is actually the one we want. I'm just going to be super explicit and say pip 3 for this. So the first thing to do is see what we have installed. Maybe we already have requests, who knows? So I can hit pip 3 list. And then this lists all of the packages that are installed for my Python 3 interpreter. And you can see request does not appear in the list. So let's fix that. Notice it says we're using an old version of pip. We'll fix that in a moment. So let's say pip 3 install requests. So if I hit go, you can see I've installed this before, so it actually grabs a cached local version instead of re-downloading it. Had I not installed it, you would have seen it download first with a cool little ASCII progress bar, and then it would have gone and done this. While we're at it, let's talk about upgrading. So pip itself is installed as a package. It's very meta, right? Pip manages pip. And my pip is out of date. Chances are your pip is probably out of date too, depending on how old your version of Python. It may be really out of date. So I can say pip install pip and do an upgrade. Chances are this is going to fail, but let's try. So it failed. And why did it fail? Well, permission error. Cannot write to this library/framework/ whatever, right? That's a system level location. So for this case, we need to do sudo and enter our password. Again, on Windows, that would be running a command prompt as admin. Excellent. So now we'll get rid of that warning. We'll be sure to be using the latest pip. The other package that we're going to need is Beautiful Soup. We'll talk more about what Beautiful Soup is, but while we're here, let's go ahead and install it. So we'll say pip 3 install Beautiful Soup. Now careful, there's Beautiful Soup and a newer version, which is Beautiful Soup 4. This is the one you want. Now I already happen to have it installed, so let's see if there's an upgrade for it. Nope, it's already up to date. I have the latest version. That's excellent. So we're ready to use both requests and Beautiful Soup 4.